Count your many blessings, name them one by one, and it will surprise you what the Lord has done. These words were written by an American businessman called Johnson Oatman in 1897. He was a successful businessman in the shipping and insurance industry, but he really wanted to be a preacher. But they say he wasn't very good and he didn't make the grade. But he later discovered that he had a little bit of a gift for writing songs. And so he wrote about 5,000 songs and hymns, some of which I'm sure are long forgotten, some of which people still remember. And this is perhaps one of the more famous of them. Count your many blessings, name them one by one, and it will surprise you what the Lord has done. Still in some songbooks today. More recently, Matt Redman and Jonas Myron have written a song called Bless the Lord, O My Soul, and in their Grammy-winning song, they have done much the same. They've told us why we should praise God, and according to the subtitle of the song, there are 10,000 reasons why we might praise God, why we might rejoice in what God has done. And you might have a favourite hymn of your own that does exactly the same, that lifts your eyes to God and allows you to say thank you for the ways in which God has been good and the ways in which God has blessed you. Our pilgrim songwriter looks at his life and he thinks life is wonderful. He has so many things to give thanks to God for, and so much of life is good, and he rejoices in the simple straight road that he walks with God, because life is sweet and there is nothing about life that he has to complain about. And it starts with his faith and goes on to some of the other day-to-day blessings of his life. Life is sweet, how good God is. And so he praises God. But the very next song, Psalm 129, has a very different theme to it. And the same pilgrim songwriter complains that life is hard. His enemies hate him, he is oppressed by them. God, it seems, has gone away and has left him to struggle on his own. And these two songs sit side by side in the Bible songbook. And it's almost as if they don't belong together. But in fact, they tell us that life is both of these. And life can be great, but life can also be hard. And how do we deal with both of these? Now, I suspect for many of us in the last 14 months or so, we've felt much more at home with the second of these songs. That life is hard, life is a struggle. How do we deal with these difficult things? It seems as if God has even gone away. What do we do? And yet we also need the first of these two songs. We also need the song that reminds us to see what is good about life and to be thankful. And for people of faith, we'd start by perhaps acknowledging the love and the faithfulness of God and say thank you to him for all that he is and all that he has done for us. And then we would have a list of other things, and your list will be different from mine, but we'll say thank you for the good relationships that we enjoy, or the other parts of our day-to-day life that are simply good for us. And we take a moment to lift our eyes and to say thank you and to appreciate the good things that we have, the blessings that God has bestowed upon us. So take a moment, lift your eyes, appreciate the good things of life that you have. If you want to use the language of that hymn, then count your blessings, and it might surprise you what the Lord has done.